recording GarageBand?
I'm recording. I'm up.
Yo, beautiful people. This Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 279. All right, so no. Okay, first of all, you told me to point the microphone at me. Pause. But I didn't know the microphone was another way around. Like, this is the back of it, and I'm talking to the front of it. I was that day years old. I'll tell you the elation I got when I realized that the microphone was turned the incorrect way. When I turned it around the right way, I had to go edit and render a audio clip and send it to you that night so you can see. It wasn't just like, okay, so we're talking about, people. I know my audio, Nadir's audio has been complete trash for almost a year. Okay, almost a full year. But I'm blaming Kev for this because he should have said, Nadir, turn your microphone around the right way. I didn't know the microphone had a front and a back. Pause. I thought it was just the microphone all around. This is where my mind sees that I see microphone. This whole thing is all of it. So yeah, man. So needless to say, man, Studio Voice is back, man. The thing is, how much research I had been doing for this. I had been trying to find my voice for almost a year, a solid year.
I'm knowing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, man. I say all that to say my voice is back.
Listen, I'm glad you back up. I'm gonna tell you who ain't back up.
Cool.
All right, now, and I don't know the person who originally made the comments. I'm gonna take this all the way back. All right, so when I was about 18, 19, right?
Okay.
It was a point in time. No. It was a point in time. I was having a conversation with some family, and we was at their house, man. We laughing and joking or something like that. Something happened, and they said, like, dang, Kev, you can't just let me slide. And I told them, I said, you never let it slide. And since then, like, everybody knows, it's like, bro, you never let it slide. Like, I can't. We can't let it slide.
Let what slide?
And
what about?
So whoever left that comment when we did that her review, you know what I'm saying? I never let it slide.
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever you are, I'm sure they probably not watching no more. Maybe they are. Maybe they hating from the darkness. I don't know. But we've been preparing to do our top 10 list. We've had them ready for some time. We're trying to figure out a time to record it.
Music. We actually listen to a lot of music still.
A lot of music.
I'm talking about a little bit later, but go ahead. You keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, 1,000%. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'll look through other lists just to see if there are albums that I have maybe forgotten about or that didn't just pop to the front of my mind. Maybe something that came out earlier this year that, hey, I really enjoyed then, but maybe I haven't revisited. Maybe I need to listen to it again. Mm-hmm. And there was a glaring absence of that album from any top 50, top 100 lists.
They don't want to listen.
There was a glaring absence of this album.
I was missing. I was today years old when I remembered that it came out last year. I forgot.
Bruh, to the point where I thought about it, I was like, her album didn't hit on nothing. I had to go back. I
got a couple honorable mentions and they ain't on that list.
Nah, listen, bro. I had to go back and check to see when we actually recorded that video, which it was 6 months ago. Because I was like, maybe it wasn't 2021. I'm like, no. And then I went back and I watched the video, and I was like, yeah, everything I said pretty much came true. I was like, listen, you ain't gonna be thinking about this album in a month, okay? Like, nobody's gonna care. It's gonna be a fart in the wind.
Bro, it
come into the year. Yeah. Nobody remembers that album came out. It's so forgettable.
And I'm glad you brought that up, too, because I never wanted to put people on the Summer Jam screen. Because there's a couple I wanted to put up here, like, yo, you're bugging. Especially those Tribe Called Quest guys, because they were on our backs. We probably gained about 50 followers for just that review alone. And they all hated us. They all hated us, but that's when we were reviewing.
Forgiving the 80s.
Yes, forgiving.
I think we gave them mid 80s ratings.
I even said it during the pod. I don't really like old school rap, but I like Tribe Called Quest. But like, it just wasn't. I don't go back there because they came back out like Cowboy fans. They even came back out
right
and try getting on us again. But I'm glad you brought that up. No, that Her album came and went to like I said. I was today years old. I remember it came out last year.
Bro, it was a fart. My exact review was that it was boring. Thank you. So to whoever you are, give yourself a stupid award. You won. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we are. I hope you're still listening to it because you might be alone in that.
Hey, buddy, I'm recording. Can we talk about that?
Negative.
Tell me later. Okay.
He's like, the world needs to know.
Yeah, he's this guy. It's just
oh Lord.
It's a complete meltdown. All right.
Yeah. You should just let him tell you. He want the world to know.
I wanted to hear it, but we'll hear it later. He's watching Spider-Man. So I thank God for the pirate of the world, because I got Spider-Man, and like I thought he'd be quiet down there watching this movie right now, which is why I said let's step away to record. But I guess he wanted to tell me something about Spider-Man probably, but
he realized.
Yeah,
he caught an Easter egg or something. He's like, oh.
And that's where I know I'm a suburban dad, man. Like, he down there with the fireplace going. We got 3-legged dogs sitting in front of the fireplace. Like, my dad, he just said, listen, I don't want to talk to you. Or it'd have been followed by the leather. And this is where you were talking about Shaq yesterday. And Shaq made that dad look bad, man. He made that dad, and then he bought the dad some socks. You can't cape for it. He bought the dad some socks. That little boy would have got the leather. After
I mean, the boy didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, he had a little meltdown, he had a little tantrum.
He was sitting there crying buckets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's sitting there crying buckets. Well, hold on. Before we get into that, man, I'm glad you sound better. You look good, man. Pause. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
it. I thought something was up, man, when you said you got boosted and you was out of commission for a whole week.
No. I was only down for a couple hours. Now, Toya, she was down. Right. She was down bad. So we got boosted up on Saturday. Now, mind you, we was out in the streets on Saturday. We got boosted up. We stayed. We ripped and ran and did what we had to do. Felt fine. Mm-hmm. Now, I want to say Saturday night, she started being like, oh, I'm a little tired. I was like, oh, okay, hey, listen, I'm still out. I'm up. I'm feeling good. So she go to bed or whatever. She wake up Sunday. She immediately is like, I'm not feeling my best. And then as the day went on, she just progressively declined. So we got home. She got into bed. She laying down. So, I gotta take care of my baby. I'm like, oh, okay. I got to feed her and check on her and keep her hydrated and all that stuff. Uh-huh. Now, about 8 o'clock hit. And I'm like, dang, I'm a little bit tired now, which is odd. I'm like, 8 o'clock, I'm tired. But so I went and laid down, and then you had the hot colds. That was it. Like, so cold feet, hot body. I didn't check, bro. Okay. It was just cold feet, hot body, man. It was all good. Okay. I woke up Monday, I was like, all right, I'm cool. I was right back in business. Yeah, matter of fact, we was going to record on Monday, but I started watching
Ozarks?
Yeah, yes, sir. See, and it's one of them things, man, where it just grab you. Time just escaped. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But I knew when you didn't hit me back, and as you are, like, doing the remote pods, and now that, got the studio mic back again, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot more of that going, like, really quick hitters, because, like, I be having so many thoughts in my brain, and I'm like, I'm about to call Kev, and we're about to record. And I'm glad I don't sometimes, because... No, you
should. You get the content off.
I had this full inception moment of, like, I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the pod, but, like, think about Embiid's feet might be the reason why LeBron don't got 10 rings. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you why. Had he not gotten hurt, he would have been the number 1 pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. He would have went to the Cavs. They wouldn't have took Wiggins. Remember, because he fell to number 3. So just imagine if his feet didn't let us down. Because you got to remember, he broke it. He got his feet broke. He didn't play for 2 seasons. That's where the whole trust the process thing happened. Imagine if it would have been Kyrie, and then LeBron probably would have still came back to Cleveland. Would he have traded Embiid? Probably not. Could you imagine Embiid, Kyrie, and LeBron? He'd have like 15,000 rings, man.
Hey, man, you could be on to something. But listen, about it. Embiid's availability has always been a little questionable. Like, when he's on the court, he's great. But
yes. That's why when the Lakers played the Cavs the other night, him and Anthony Davis, the stress levels were so high. They kept hitting the ground. I'm like, somebody's going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he came back. He did come back, though.
No, he's out. He's back to being Data Davis.
I take it all back then. Well, anyway, we're going to.
He had a good game, but yeah, he went back to being Data Davis.
Lakers are trash, man. All right, everybody just needs to accept the fact they're trash. They're not going to be good. The team is like Russ. He tried to redeem himself last night against the Hornets, but watching the Lakers is a frustrating. I ended up starting watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I could not watch the Lakers play. I don't want to watch them play anymore. And I just realized, why do I even watch them playing? Like, I just like LeBron.
You should have watched Ozark. Ozark is fantastic.
I'm going to Ozark.
It's really good.
Because my neighbor, my next door neighbor Danny, who's actually told me about it. So it's 7 episodes, and then it's 7 more later in the year or something like that.
I guess so. I think it's 6, maybe 6 and 6.
Okay.
But yeah. They did break it up into 2 parts or whatever. But
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but it stays suspenseful the entire time.
Okay, so that's
exactly. It's like, man, it stay keep you on toes. Now that you've seen it, hold on. Before now that you've seen it, you're not going. I know you're not going to spoil it for me. But after you've seen it, who is your favorite actor in that series? Oh, it's still Marty Byrde.
Is it still Marty Byrde? I'm gonna tell you who it is for me.
Marty Byrde is the GOAT. First, Marty Byrde don't care about nothing.
I know. He is the GOAT, and he's thinking 15 steps ahead. Like when they killed old girl at the end of last season, though, I did not see that coming. Although I guess I kind of did because she was moving real reckless. When she tried to get her ex-husband killed and everything, I was like, okay, she might be out of here. But the person who I think is the best actor, just in my opinion, is Ruth. She's a great actor, man. Actress.
Yeah.
Is it actor or actress?
It's actor. We're just going. I believe it's just actor across the board now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Prayers and condolences to everyone involved.
I gotta do what's best for me and my family. Okay.
All the time, man. All the time.
All right, man. But yes, I know we splintered off a little bit, but as far as you sound much better. I'm glad. I need to go get boosted myself. I'm actually
go get the booster. We got the Derna.
Listen, we had the we have a stand up every day. So I'm sure you do too. And my team literally was like, "Yo, hey, can't nobody get sick. All right, like listen, pretty much if you get sick, we're gonna come put hands on you or something. Like, because like the thing about the Omarion, bro, is like once you get it, everybody gets it. There is no one person and just it stays with you. You give it to everybody, and it affects everybody so differently. But it ran through my entire department, man.
Woo.
So, and I thought I just had the flu, but I was working from home that time, so hopefully I missed that boat, and I don't get that Omarion, knock on wood.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, I've been dodging like raindrops, so I've been all good, and I went and got boosted up. So you know what I mean. And I guess the booster is only a half a shot anyway, and you only got. I did confirm you only got to get the one.
Okay.
Even though we got the J&J first, we still only got to get the one for the booster. It's still all good.
See, look at you doing your research, man. See, we seek the knowledge. Like it's funny running into the people who say, I'm not going to get the vaccine because I can still get the coronavirus anyway. It's like, you really are not very intelligent. Okay? Like, you sound very dumb, but I'm gonna let you cook. But shoot, man, let's get it started, man. Let's start like we always do. What we've been playing? What you been playing, bro?
Oh man, I've been playing 2K. I want to say that's about it, man. I don't think you know what? I started playing Angry Birds.
On your phone?
Yeah, on my phone. I started playing Angry Birds.
Pulled you in, didn't it?
Maybe, I don't know, but I started playing that. I don't know, like it was like an advertisement came out. I was like, you know what, man, let me just see what this Angry Birds is talking about. Or actually, you know what? No, I opened up. It was actually a advertisement for a different game. Something like it's like Mafia Boss or something like that. Okay. I kept seeing it and it looked funny, but I'm like, I'm not about to get suckered into this. Okay. So, but when I opened up the App Store or whatever, and I use the Apple Plus or whatever, so I got Apple Arcade, which, bruh, just go ahead and get Apple One. Get Apple One, man. Like
every time they take out the payment for my my family music plan, they always send me a back end alert like, yo, you could be saving like $3 if you just go. It's principle at this point, man. I guess I don't know. Maybe I will.
No, I'm saying just switch, man. Like don't like it's $3, man. It's $3.
Okay, so I know you're on family plans. Do you have any family plans that you're on?
Yes, the Apple One is our plan
that you pay for.
That's what I pay. Yeah, I pay for it.
Who's all on it?
Me and Toy.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, so I'm not going to tell who's in mine. I have the family plan for my Apple Music, right? And I have other plans as well, like other ones that I have family members in, like my older daughters, Lil Nadir, Malik, and like I literally look at it every month, and I'm looking at it like trying to trim the fat because somebody's about to get cut, and I don't know who. Just to see what. Oh
wait, so hold on, because it's only $5, isn't it, for the Apple plans? Yeah, it's only. Yeah, that's tough. I'm saying, yeah. Somebody got to pay for their own.
Exactly, and the older girls, they always find a way to get in there. Kennedy got off when she switched phones, and I just never added her back in. But like I look at it like that. Like sometimes I look at my list. Like,
I thought you was gonna pawn it off on the other one and be like, listen, hey, that's actually, I mean, either one's like that. That's his problem. All right.
I can't. But hold on. So I'm
like Kobe, clear out. R.I.P. Mama, man. We love you, man. R.I.P. Mama and Gigi.
Yo, that hit me the other day, bro. When they did the anniversary, 2 years. It's already been 2 years of him passing. It messed me up, man.
That's tough.
Me up. The two that got me was Kobe and Gigi, and then also Chadwick Boseman, and then Stuart Scott too. That one. Those three.
Major.
Messed me up.
And everybody else on the helicopter too, like
no doubt, yes, man, no doubt.
Rest in peace. You know what I mean? But hold on. So yeah, first of all, man, go ahead and get it. 'Cause only reason I would definitely say this too would be good for you is the littles have pretty much taken over the iPads, correct?
Absolutely. I don't have
right. So then you also get the Apple Arcade for free. then I would never buy them anything else. I'd be like, they want to play a game, get the iPad and download it.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me anymore.
I'm gonna tell you though, the thing with that though, and you know your nieces and nephews, like your nephew and nieces, and well, best nieces and nephews because you're older ones too, but the little ones who I'm primarily speaking of right now. I was lucky, man. Like seriously, I can't speak of it enough. I know Dante had his meltdown, but like I got some good little kids, man. They are good. Like this weekend, you know what Khalees is doing with her free time? She's writing a daggone essay on Harriet Tubman. That's what she's doing. She got her Chromebook. She's been in her room before she went and got her hair done. And she literally has been just writing an essay just on her own.
It's not for school?
No. She just wanted to do it. She wanted to write it. And I'm like, cool. How did I get so daggone lucky? And I don't know how I got this radical.
I wouldn't trust it. I don't like
trust
that sort of thing. I don't trust that at all.
I don't trust. Like, I don't know where this came from. Like, anytime, because she has to read every week and write what she read about. And, bro, she's turning in, like, I'm talking about, like full clenched fist, like, every week. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, I love my hair. She read buys books like that. And then you have to talk about what it meant to you. And I would read it to see what my baby wrote. And she was like, I love my hair because it's black and beautiful. And not everybody can have hair like this. And they need to know. And I'm like, where did this happen?
All right, awesome.
We don't even talk about it at home. Like, of course, black is beautiful. And we embody that. But we don't just say and put it on our kids. But I had to say that. That's
they pick up more than what we give them credit for.
True.
But like, fact, she just up and decided that she wanted to write an essay. I don't trust it. I don't like.
Man. You don't trust.
Listen, fine. It's a blicky. It's a super soaker somewhere waiting for you. Either that or she about to like. Listen, that gerbil wasn't enough. She wants something else.
I literally have been like I've been waiting for the balances to shift when you're the little ones into the world for you. And like just seeing the way you think and like and knowing you, but then knowing how you're gonna get broken down is like I can't wait for it to happen. Like I literally am like I sit up and like just laugh to myself like, he has no idea, you know.
Listen, I'm telling you, no, I'm not folding. And here's the thing though, it's like I already a lot of people already took the bullet for me. So it's like a lot of people already got to be able to give me the game. So it's like, yo, listen, I'm like, ain't gonna be no breaking down. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna be tough in the first place. Like, listen, as long as I told you, my main motto or my motto in life, or one of the best things I ever picked up from my parents is like, they instilled in me early that you can have whatever you want, but you got to earn it. Yeah. Like, so anything in the world that you want to be the president, you could do it. I believe that you could do it, but you're gonna have to work for it. Yeah. And it's like, yo, as long as my kids get that early, like, yo, listen, we gonna be good. Like, you can have whatever. You want ice cream, you can have some ice cream, but what you gonna do for it?
Whenever we do get into these discussions, you always revert to, even with Shaq, when I was telling you about Shaq upstage as a boy, and you said the mom and dad putting it up and make him earn those shoes. I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I do believe you're gonna have that handle, but it's gonna be curveballs, and not like you said.
1,000%.
We spoke enough about it. I think you'll handle it well.
And the little kids, they'll adopt to that early. It's like the older kids now. It's like, you get to an age where it's like, listen, boy,
boxing gloves at. You know?
Not even that. Like, all right, well, hey, figure it out. Figure it out for yourself, man. I don't know. All right, good luck. I'm good over here. I got the PlayStation 5, 3080s, Xboxes. I got it all, baby. Pocket full of money.
Shout out to us getting our 3080s early. Have you seen the MSRP on 3080s right now?
Yes.
$1,600 to $1,700 for the same cards we bought last year.
Yeah. Bruh, sick. Right. And no end in sight either.
No, but it's gonna get worse. No,
I'm gonna tell you what I really when I really realized that there was a finesse, because like I've told you, I've been having to basically redo my whole wardrobe. I had to buy all new clothes. Right. So you know, I don't want to spend too much because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to fit these clothes, but I do need them in the meantime. Right. Man, we put up to Old Navy, and my wife was actually looking for something. She's like, oh, they got some stuff in there. You might like it. I'm like, all right, I'll take a look. Mm-hmm. Man, do you know I found jeans that was like $4? I was like, come on now. Come on, dog. Come on now. You can't tell me
what
this.
What is this made out of? You know what I mean?
Right. But now they feel good. Listen, if they fall apart tomorrow, I don't care.
It was $4.
It was $4. Who cares?
It was the cost of a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Coffee costs more.
And speaking of which, man, I got finessed out of some Starbucks this afternoon. I don't know how that. Bro, I've been. Listen, we went to prayer service this morning.
Okay.
And I just got home at like 2:30.
What?
Yes. bro, been out here just running. That's how I ended up at Sam's Club at Easton. That's why it's the ghetto.
And just been out here. Oh,
see, you went early, I'm imagining.
Yeah, I went early.
Yeah. See, I was there at like 1.
No, hold on. We might have crossed paths then. Because I went about, well, no, I might have just missed you. Because I went about 2:30. About 2:30. Because it's 4 o'clock down. Yeah, about 2:30 is when I went. Okay.
Listen, I don't know how you did that.
Because the app. Do you use the app, right?
Yeah, of course. It's not even that. Like, being inside was fine. It was actually being able to get inside. Because it's like all that traffic, people don't want to stop. Yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. You can't park. Like, man, listen.
I was lucky enough to get presidential parking. As soon as I pulled in, somebody was pulling out. So I actually.
Well, how did you cross the street?
I just crossed the street. I got Buddy. Me and him just walking. I literally cut somebody off and then wave at them like they meant to let me cross the street. Because what it is that traffic coming off of what's that road right there with a bus stop right there. Right there.
Yeah. Stelzer.
So all that traffic is coming in and people like literally like almost losing their life from oncoming traffic, and then they try to just hurry up. But right when you're hurrying up is literally the path to go into Sam's Club.
Go into Sam's Club.
And that's where the problem lies. So I just walk across and like just wave at them. Like,
now, see, you've been to my Sam's Club though.
Oh, your Sam's Club is this is the
butter.
Yours,
it's cake. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no worries going into mine. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't.
They got the lady playing the violin in the front. You know what I'm saying? It's real serene.
It was real nice.
In my Sam's Club, they don't got nobody handing out samples. You know why?
Bro, they ain't even got carts.
Yeah, true.
They got carts. Yeah. Like they ain't collecting them carts.
I got lucky. Normally I do go early though. That's why I pay for the well, I can say I pay. Sharita pays for the early bird things. We can go before.
Oh, the Sam's Club Plus.
Yeah, before all the.
Man, you are washed.
No, it came in. I'm gonna tell you why. It came in clutch when she did daycare.
God.
She would go before. Right. She would go before any of her parents would come, so she would have to go super early. Because she went one time, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't come in this early because you gotta have the Plus membership, whatever it's called." And she broke down and paid for it, and by then we just have auto renewal, and they give us a discount on it every time. So that's the only reason why we have it.
And pay the $3.
I am washed.
Pay the $3 if you are willing to pay for Sam's Club Plus. Don't nobody even know what that mess is, man. Like that's the ultimate finesse. Just pay the $3. Get Apple One. At least you get the services, man.
I might get into it.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, what I've been playing. I'm about 17, 18 hours into God of War. Phenomenal game, man. But I realized something more, just kind of splintering off into washness. The reason why I love the game. First of all, Kratos is the best, worst dad ever. Okay, and he gets to be the best dad when his son gets challenged or when he gets in danger. Kratos goes completely nuts, and I know you gave up on it. You probably go. I think you'll go.
Dang, yeah, I'll go back to it.
But when his son is getting like attacked or something like that, like you go into like this dad mode or something. That's what I like to call it. And that's where I'm like, Kratos is a good dad. But then like 5 minutes later, he's like, boy, quit talking to me. And I'm like, okay, now he's a bad dad again. You know, so many layers to the onion that is the dad of Kratos. But God of War is a phenomenal game. I see why it won Game of the Year last year. I don't think it would be mine, but it's a great game, man.
Listen, I had no complaints about the game itself. It was just I couldn't get jiggy with the controls, man. Maybe if I remap the controller, maybe it'd be better. But I don't know. The controls I just couldn't jive with. Yeah. But I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna keep it burning because like I can't. It don't sit right with my soul that I just I just abandoned the ship midway the course.
Well, you got big games this month though. In February.
Horizon.
There was something else that comes out this month too.
Destiny's supposed to be coming out soon. I saw they were pumping that.
That's right. And then the Pokemon. You didn't get Pokemon?
Nah, I'll probably sit that out, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't played nothing on my Switch, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like that Nintendo. Like, how do we let them get away with not ever coming with the games for the Switch?
I told you. I keep saying it every time we talk about Nintendo. The analogy I give, it's an abusive relationship. He or she beats on you, and then they tell you they love you, and you end up going back to them. That's literally what the Nintendo relationship is.
There are no games. First, why are there no AAA games that came out for that thing? And that's going to lead me into my rant about Xbox and Microsoft. I mean, I know we're going to talk about that here in a second.
We're going to it now, man.
All right, so we talk about the Activision acquisition. First of all, we don't know that that's actually going to go through. It's looking like that might get blocked.
The ink is not dry. It's going. The people are saying it's going to be a monopoly, so that's what they're saying. It might not happen, but I think it is going to happen. Microsoft's going to find a way.
We'll see. And like, I really don't have a problem with that. If first of all, like, listen, we're buy it all gang. I don't care who gets what. All right, I'm gonna be able to play it. It don't hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play it regardless. It's not a problem over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But where I do have a problem with is with Game Pass.
Okay.
I looked on Game Pass the other day, and one of the new additions was a game called Paparazzi. Do you know what Paparazzi is? It's a game where you are a paparazzi that takes pictures of dogs.
What?
Okay? Yes. And that is the entire premise of the game. What are we doing? First of all, why was this game made? And why do I want to make a game that is a simulation of me being a dog that takes pictures of other dogs?
Because weirdo people out there. It probably was sitting right next to Halo, too. You probably like Halo and then Paparazzi.
Yeah.
And it's like, how am I going to download that? How can I even say this is the same class of games?
Who at Xbox was working and was like, you know what, I think that this would be a great addition to Game Pass. This is what the people want.
But that's my problem, like you said, with Game Pass, though. It's like I got to sift through so much that I just give up, and I'll never make it to the quote-unquote good titles. We still ain't finished or even played Halo. We still haven't played it.
Yeah, nah.
Still have not played it.
And why is Madden not on there? I've been very upset that Madden has, like, why, like, okay, Super Bowl's been what, 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
Come on, man. Why is Madden not on Game Pass at this point? It's over with. The new Madden comes out in like June. Like, stop playing.
I don't know.
I thought EA Play was supposed to be a thing.
I mean, I think EA is trying to just milk it for as much as they can. But it's the same thing that's wrong with EA, the Origin, whatever that thing is called, the EA add-on for Game Pass, is the same problem that's bad with Game Pass is. There's no direction. Like, you don't even know what you should be playing because they mix everything together. They should just have, like, you should play this, and then have, like, okay, remember, like, Blockbuster Video, how that's most people, not Blockbuster, what was it, Hollywood Video? Where it had the drapes. And you know, you can only go back in the draped area if you were above 18.
Grown up, yeah.
Grown up, right?
Listen, those stores went out of business before I ever got of age to go behind the curtain.
Oh, so you never actually had to experience that?
I never got to go behind the curtain. But yeah, we had the internet.
Yeah, right, so. You had the internet. But okay, so what I'm saying is just having classes of movies. Like, you have your games, and then you have maybe look at these games. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do is put Paparazzi in that section to where, but then put the good games up front, man. Just tell us the good games, 'cause y'all know the good games.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you know the games that, like, man, well, listen, we got to throw it in there because maybe little Johnny might want to play Paparazzi, or little, Gabriella or something. I don't want to play no Paparazzi. Why is that in my algorithms, man? Like, why are you advertising that to me?
There should be a section listed as AAA, AAA or AA games. Like, listen, we know what a AAA title is. You know that's what we want, but you know that that's what we're willing to pay money for. Paparazzi, nobody was ever going to see, and we were never going to play that. And just because you put it on Game Pass doesn't mean anybody's ever going to play it. All right, like, listen, the installs are going to be very, very low.
Right.
It just is what it is.
I want to see those. I wonder if they ever would give that out. Like those.
You have to wonder at a point, like, yo, is this even worth the broadband that I have to use on my internet to download? Like, it kind of seems like it costs more on your, you know what I'm saying, against your cap, if you have a cap for your home internet service, to download such filth than what it's worth. Like, I spent too much towards my cap versus what this game is worth, because nobody wants to play Paparazzi. Like, matter of fact, I might just I done talked about it so much now. I might just have to go ahead and download and play it, just see what it's about. Because look, then I might come back next week and be eating crow. Like, man, Paparazzi is a hit. It's fire.
You can't have that in your library, bro.
I mean, they had lawn mowing simulator, bro.
Did you download it?
Absolutely not, dude. Like, bro, I could actually go make some money, and go cut some grass if that's what I wanted to do. At least connected to the metaverse, I can go cut some virtual grass and make a Bitcoin or something.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the metaverse. I'm sick of.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
And this is as computer people. I don't understand the appeal. The Sims has been around for 20 plus years. What are we doing,
bro? Even the whole Bored Ape thing. Am I the only, like, I think those Bored Ape pictures look racist.
Those NFTs. I wonder why all the NFTs look the same. That has kind of been my biggest question. Like, why are they all like ugly animals?
Of them are good. Like, none of them are good. And you know what I can do? I can right click on it and now I have it.
Right. I mean, you don't have, it's not recorded on the blockchain that you own it, but it's like, all right, but what are you going to do with it that I can't? Right. Like, I can't go put the Mona Lisa in my house. I guess I could go get a print, but it won't be as good. But when I save as, it's gonna be just as good as what you got.
What I don't really understand is if I do sell it, now my mind goes even deeper. Like, why did you want to buy this? You know what I'm saying? Let's say if I did own the NFT, why do you want to buy it? Like, what are you going to do with it? Resell it? I mean, I don't know.
Deeper, darker territories into that. A lot of Marty Bird activity.
Okay. All right. Finish it. Did you finish Ozarks?
Yeah, listen. That's why we didn't pod on Monday, because I powered through Ozark. Like, it was one of those things where it's like we couldn't turn it off. It was too good.
Okay, all right. Make sure you gotta check it out. Did you watch any football last weekend?
Yeah, of course, my boy. Woo!
So that was the greatest second round of football playoffs I think ever. You know what I'm saying? And it really had to do with just the Chiefs, Bucks, Rams, and then Chiefs. Who they play? Oh, the Bills.
Bills.
Yeah. So I gotta give it up to Josh Allen. That was just some great football, because the Tennessee Titans and the 49ers, that was not a good game. That was just a game. That was not a good game. You know. And then what was the other one? There was one more we were missing. Oh, the Bengals. Yeah. Who did they beat?
Who did the Titans?
They beat the Titans. Who did the 49ers beat?
I don't know. Maybe they did beat the Titans. I don't know.
Okay. 49ers beat somebody. I can't remember who. Aaron Rodgers. They beat
Green Bay.
Yeah. And 49ers they won, and the best player for Green Bay Packers was Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? He was, the one
he was horrible.
Trash. Complete trash, man. Like, I saw that man throw an interception with his eyes closed. But yeah, it was a good round of football last week. And it made me wonder, though, as far as if you are so you got Herbert, you got what's my man's name? Burrow. Burrow's not in that division. You got Herbert, Josh Allen, and Mahomes are all in the same division. Like, that division is crazy.
Stacked.
It is super stacked, man. And they're not going anywhere. Like, the guard is there. And like, now that, news came out before we even start podding that Tom Brady's retiring, so he's hanging him up. Is Aaron Rodgers going to hang him up?
No.
Okay.
Now is Aaron Rodgers' time to shine. Like, he got 2-3 years of just going absolutely crazy.
Where's he going to go?
Come to the Saints.
Okay. All right. I knew you were trying to recruit him.
Come on down. Get some gumbo.
Because y'all lost y'all pushed. I ain't saying y'all lost. Y'all pushed y'all's coach out.
No, we didn't. We wanted Sean P back. We didn't push Sean P out.
What's he going to do?
He was ready. He retired. He didn't leave. He retired.
What's all this noise I'm hearing about him talking about, him not saying it, but people are saying that he would go to the Cowboys. And then,
I mean, that had been the talks before, because apparently I read the other day, which was crazy story to think about, that we were about to trade Sean Payton to the Cowboys, but Anthony Davis requested, like, we were about to trade him on Saturday, but Anthony Davis ended up requesting a trade on Monday. And so we couldn't actually complete the trade because the owner, it's the same owner between the Pelicans and the Saints.
Hold on, Kev. Your nephew wants to tell me something. Go ahead.
Hey, go for it.
Mad. What do you want to tell me? Come on.
I'm telling you that they wouldn't go somewhere.
Okay, we'll go somewhere later on.
But wait,
I'm recording, bro. Like, I'm literally on a podcast with Kevin right now. Like, we're recording right now.
Wait, can you put the game in the playpen?
Okay, go back downstairs. Finish watching Spider-Man. I'll be down in a minute. Okay. All right. Then
Listen,
we'll put the guinea pigs in the playpen.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
He's not used to being there by himself, bro. Like, so like, he's sitting here having to he's sitting there just in his own mind. He's like, I don't like this.
Here's the thing with parenting, right? It's like the more that there are here, I don't have to do anything. But when it's that one-on-one interaction, it's like he has my undivided attention. Or even when we go to the store.
Well, now you have to entertain him.
Exactly. I'm in a complete vice. All right. Well, what were you saying about Sean P? You said you were saying something.
So they were going to trade him, but then Anthony Davis requested a trade, and since the owners of the Saints and the Pelicans are the same people or whatever, they didn't want to have two like crazy trades or two big names leaving from their two franchises in the same week, so they kept Sean P.
Oh wow. Well, made a good choice, because AD would have been ouchie. Although I wonder if he would have been ouchie if he stayed with the Pelicans or not. Oh,
1,000%. He was out when he was with the Pelicans.
True. But anyways, it was a good round of football. We got the it was the 2 games tomorrow, so it's the Super Bowl. So who you got? You got Rams
For the Super Bowl?
Who you got going Super Bowl?
I got the Rams.
Okay.
I got
you going Joe Burrow on them, right?
Yeah, I got Burrow and I got Kansas City.
Okay.
Or can I do that? Yeah, I think that matches up. I don't know anybody but the Rams. Okay.
Yeah, the Rams play.
No, it doesn't because
the Rams play 49ers.
49ers. So I got the 49ers and my homeboy.
You got my homeboy, so you don't got Burrow.
Yeah.
You don't got Burrow. They ain't got enough.
Not yet. Listen, after what old boy did, after what Mahomes just did,
I know
that was nuts, and that was supposed to be the number 1 defense in football.
Yeah.
And I mean, he went completely crazy. 13 seconds on the clock, just went nuts.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen he did everything he could in that game.
He did.
You know, and is Travis Kelce the best ginger of all time?
Him and Rory, 1A and 1B. I gotta get them boys they props now. Like, listen, that's my favorite pod to listen to outside of GamesMusicLyfe because they coming with the heat.
They are hilarious, and they just being themselves like us, man. They
finally, like, bro, Joe was holding them back. When's the last time you listened to JBP?
It's been a very long time.
I don't listen to that at all. Like, I listen to JBP as much as I listen to Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah, I don't listen to them either. They got bad quick too.
Charlemagne fell off. Like, I know as a culture we not supposed to say it. All right, you know what I'm saying? We rooting for him, but like, bruh, ever since he quit all the trolling, we don't necessarily want it so much no more.
They call him PC to God.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, nobody likes it. We don't want it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who asked for that, and yeah, we definitely didn't want it.
Well, he wanted us to see him in a different light, and then like once we started seeing him in that light, we was like, ugh. I don't really like. Yeah, I don't really like this. That late night show.
Yeah, that came and went, didn't it?
It might still be on TV. I don't know. I never saw a minute of it.
Me neither. I forgot it even came on until you just mentioned it again. So I've been following a bunch of sports this week, and like baseball is completely cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like and the thing is, like, I'm gonna try to get my kids into baseball. I try to get a little Nate here to stay into baseball. He's actually pretty good. And I don't know if I want, like, I mean, I still want my kids to play baseball if they want to do it, but I really had a lot of smoke for baseball this week. I didn't know that this was the last time that Barry Bonds could potentially get into the Hall of Fame. So like, it's over. He'll never be able to get into the Hall of Fame now. They didn't vote him in.
They'll let him in eventually.
You think so?
They'll change the rules and let him in.
I mean, it's the only way they can, because this is a laundry list of players that literally are not going to, like, Roger Clemens is another one. He'll never get in. He got past the mark. But the thing that's crazy to me, what made it like crazy to me, was David Ortiz tested positive. Like, he legitimately tested positive, and he's in there with the slick back and the rayon shirt with no buffer tee on, doing his dance, and he was happy that he got in. And I was like, man, this is hypocrisy at its highest form here, man.
They act like Barry Bonds is the one who brought the juice in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was the juice pusher.
And it was a consensus that Barry Bonds, even with or without the juice, was an amazing baseball player. Like, they used to walk that dude with the bases loaded. Like, it was a tie. It was a tie game. I'll never forget it. It was a tie game where they were down 1, and the bases were loaded, and Barry Bonds was up. They're like, we got it. They got to pitch to him because the bases are loaded.
One run is better than 4.
That's the way they looked at it. They walked him. They were like, he's gonna get a home run. He's literally, you know what I mean? He's Bolo with a bat.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll concede the 1 run. Just don't. Yeah, we can't give him a shot to bring 4. We won't recover.
Yeah. So he didn't get it. They didn't let him in. And I immediately got upset. I texted my dad. He didn't text me back either. I got to hit him up. But that was just corny to me. Baseball needs to get that right, man, at some point. And the thing is like, a lot of reporters do the voting, and I got to do more research on that to see who. Maybe I don't care. I don't care who does it. It was just corny. I had to
bring the juice back.
Yeah, bring it back.
All right. Like, listen, that was the best era of baseball.
It was. Sammy Sosa was black, then he was white, and he hit home runs.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, bring the juice back. The juice and the bleach. Bring it on. There you go. We got a name for this week's podcast. Bring it on back to baseball, man. Make it exciting again.
Boy.
Listen, because baseball is the worst sport to watch. It's so much fun to play, it's absolutely.
It's so much fun to watch in person.
Yeah,
You're watching it on TV. It's like watching paint dry. It is not
Yeah.
interesting unless playoff baseball is good. But regular season
I mean,
baseball,
I think it's just because something's on the line, but it's like 150 games for your team. It's just not a fun experience to watch it on TV. And and the only thing fun about going to a baseball game is it's like, man, you're gonna load up on junk food.
Yeah.
You're gonna load. I mean, if you're an adult, you're gonna load up on beer or alcohol or whatever it is that you drink.
Yeah.
If you got people that are good company, you can have a couple of good laughs. You don't really have to watch the game. I went to a Clippers game. I have no clue what happened. Like everyone, the only time you really pay attention, you hear the crack of the bat, and then you might look up and just see what's going on. Otherwise, I don't care.
Right,
if somebody's getting struck out, I'm talking to the people around me. I'm not even watching this mess.
Right.
Well, first of all, you can't even see it. Like,
no. And we're eating a lot of street meat too. Pause.
Yeah.
You know
Pause.
what's in them hot dogs? Like it's 10 cents.
Don't care.
It don't care.
It's
It's
and
a
it tastes
dime.
good.
It tastes good.
They
I'm
put some
doing-
barbecue sauce and mustard.
I'm probably taking 15 years off my life by eating this mess, but I'm gonna do it. Because
Yeah.
I'm here, and I might not ever come back to a baseball game ever in life. Baseball is one of those things that I'll go to and be like, I might not ever come back to another game. So I'm gonna go all out. Like when the guy come by with the slushie, the slushies is overpriced, but you get them for the kids.
I'm gonna keep it real. No, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. That new Clipper Stadium, man, they're pretty fair.
Nice. Oh, it's super.
It's very nice, but I'm saying, and they're pretty fair. Like they know, like they're more of a. Rather than trying to price gouge you, they know that they're going to get over on the quantity of stuff that they're going to sell you. Because it's like, listen, I got you here for the next 5 hours, bro. You eating lunch and dinner in here.
Yeah.
All right. So you're like, your kids, they're going to be hungry again. So,
That's when I got the dime a night for the hot dogs, man. They were nice too.
bro. I'm gonna tell you what, and shout out to my cousin John. I don't know if John gonna watch this, but JP, he brought both his kids out that night when we went to the Clippers game or whatever. And I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got there, got them some snacks, some drinks or whatever. And like, listen, lovely children. They just little kids. And so my man, so my little cousin, she go to JP. She like, Dad, I gotta pee. And he like, all right, come on. So he take her to the bathroom or whatever. So we sitting there with his son or whatever. So they about 10 minutes later, they get back or whatever. Little man is like, hey, yo, Dad, now I gotta pee. Yeah, so John like, all right, cool. All right. So he go take him. So they, you know what I'm saying? So they sit there. About 20 minutes later, Sophia like, yo, I gotta pee. John is like, ain't no way. But like, here's the thing: she had been drinking the tall boy lemonade. Like, what you
so
thought?
maybe she did have to pee.
Yeah. So she like, I got. He like, bro, ain't no way. So he gets up. He goes to take her. I kindly tap my man on the shoulder, like, yo, listen, take him too. Like, just take them both now because you're gonna just be stuck in this vice for a while.
It's continual holding patterns. You're never gonna get out. Like,
But then guess what else happened? Guess what else ends up happening? At one of those I gotta go pee trips, he ended up he had already bought snacks, but now he buying pizza.
Oh wow!
Because you know what I'm saying, you walking past the concession.
Yeah.
So again, they know, like, I ain't got to try to price gouge you on this. I charge you a fair price.
Yeah.
Because you eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner in here.
Right.
We got you for
Everything.
a while. Yeah.
Full menu.
That's right. You're going to try everything. So you still came out about $200.
Yeah, right. You come
But you got your money's worth at least.
Word. Right. All right, man. So NBA trade deadline is in 2 weeks. It's already like stupid reports about Harden wanting out of.
He shot that down as malarkey.
Brooklyn. Yeah, he
Malarkey.
shot it down as malarkey. The Sixers are wasting Joel Embiid. They got to trade your boy, right? They
His
gotta
stock
trade Ben
just
Simmons.
goes down every day.
I know. Oh, nobody wants him, as they shouldn't. But what in the world is Morey holding on to Ben Simmons for? Like, just trading for a pack of Grippos at this point.
Nah, he wants something major, and
He's
he
not
wants
gonna
Ben.
get it.
He wants Ben to suffer. That's the other part.
But at what expense, man? Have you seen the numbers Embiid has been putting up? The dude is hooping.
Yeah, he's going
He is
off.
hooping,
And
man.
the thing is, though, Philly's not doing bad. Like, they're not wasting. They're not wasting time.
No, I just know that Embiid needs some help. They're not going to go far in the playoffs.
I just think that like if they got some decent pieces in return, they can make a championship push.
Yeah, they could. And I think I'm trying to think what player could they potentially get. I've been seeing Eric Gordon's name float around a lot lately, and I don't know why Eric Gordon is such a high coveted player that people wanted, maybe for a championship team. But yeah, they got to get Embiid some help. He got the wrong Curry no disrespect to Seth Curry, but that's not the Curry that he needs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. Steph been slumping.
Yeah, but shooting 37% versus your normal 40 to 44% from three is like that's slumping.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing with Embiid, man. Embiid is shooting like 60% from in like mid range for a big man. You know, they gotta make something happen, man. Because I do think that if they look back on it and they're gonna see that they wasted this dude's career, and because like Philly don't have a championship or even went far. Maybe their window closed when they
I got there.
No, I'm talking about with Embiid, not with just.
I mean, he had to exist in the LeBron era.
Yeah, but that 1 year he could have got there, the Kawhi year, when Kawhi won Toronto, that Jimmy Butler year, and Jimmy Butler ended up leaving because of Ben Simmons' soft self. So, like, man, they gotta get rid of Simmons.
There you go. Trade him to Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, trade him to Miami.
That boy officially retire if he got traded to Miami. Morey should do it though. If you watch the pod, Morey, trade him to Miami and go get Duncan. Go get Jimmy Neutron.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah. Although he's been hooping lately too, though.
That's what I'm saying. So Ben Simmons, Tyler Hero, straight up.
And they're not gonna make it happen, man. They're not gonna do it. The Cavs has been my feel good story of the year. Like,
they've been great.
And your boy Garland better be an all-star. Because if Andrew Wiggins made it in as a starter on the all-star, Garland better be in that all-star. He's been hooping.
Now see, Wiggins, I actually ended up reading about how that happened. And the Wiggins story was tricky. Okay. So apparently Golden State, they named some like pop artist from I want to say he's like a K-pop artist or something like that.
He looks like BTS, don't he?
Yeah. So Korean pop artist or whatever. They named him a global ambassador for the team or whatever.
Okay.
The day that they did that guy tweeted out that he wanted Andrew Wiggins to be an all-star.
Oh, so they worked the algorithms.
Pretty much.
They pretty much.
So he had a lot of overseas vote support.
So they did the Gucci Mane get my album gold is what they did. You know, that was
pretty much
that he's been doing that lately too.
Or the Yao Ming.
Yeah.
And I love Yao Ming, but like
Yao
the whole of China was. But I mean, the whole of China was voting for Yao Ming.
True.
It was years where Shaq might have had a little bit of trouble making the starting lineup because Yao Ming was getting on the votes.
Carter getting into the All-Star game was always one like they were just people that everybody liked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that 1 year Vince was a starter. He was like, yo, all right, enough. I'm not even playing. Like, I'm hurt. So he had to give his starting spot up. Like, y'all tripping right now. Like, even I feel bad about this.
We want to see the dunks.
Right. We just want to see the dunks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have no problem with the All-Star as far as the starters. I didn't have no problem with them.
I had a problem with Trey over Harden. That was weird.
Yeah, I did too. Trey over because the Hawks are struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hawks are struggling. I mean, Kyrie, we know he's not going to be there.
Part-timer. It's okay.
Yeah. Are you still okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, I'm trying to figure out why the Nets haven't paid the bag.
I don't think that it's an option because they keep saying that they could just pay for him to play the home games or whatever.
The league must have told them, like, listen, don't test us.
Yeah, I don't know if that's even possible because like you see what the NFL is doing. The NFL has pretty much said they're not. I gotta zip up my man's Spider-Man costume. We can't really get zipped up here. He's putting Okay, all right, man.
There we go.
But like you see, the NFL is like, yo, we're not testing. We're just done. Like we're not testing no more because that the Super Marion's gonna come from that Super Bowl because that's
1,000%.
I think the Super Bowl is it in Dallas this year? I think
I'm not sure. Probably.
But no, it's not in Dallas. It's not. It's somewhere else. But anyways, that the NFL is like we're not gonna test anymore. And I think that the NBA is gonna do that eventually too. Because if you watch any NBA games, bro, there ain't nobody on the sideline wearing no daggone mask. They're out there just chilling. Like the coaches aren't wearing them, and they got the guy. And here's the part that gets me: the people who wear their masks like this, right? They wear like this. They're not protecting.
Just take it off. Right. Just take it off. Just take it off.
Just deal with it at this point. So I think the NBA at some point is going to say enough. They're not going to even test anymore, and that's why I think Kyrie's going to be allowed to play.
How have you been feeling about people going maskless?
I haven't really had to deal with it yet because my job is.
Sorry, you were just at. No, I'm saying you were just at Sam's Club.
Oh! When people were in there without a mask, like
I'm saying, yeah, just people being maskless. Yeah.
I think it's irresponsible. You know? I think that I'm not in any situations where I'm around those people. I do try to avoid those because like they're completely, their spittle is getting out, and they could potentially listen. I don't want that on Marion. Whatever I had for those 2 days, and I told you, I almost sent you a text, told you I loved you, just out the blue. You know
yeah, you're down bad.
So I don't want to get that. So I find that people that do it are just irresponsible, man. Like, you know, that's what, how do you feel?
But see, that's the thing. Like, I don't really care. Like, cause your boy, I'm double masked. Masked up out there in the streets. Man, I got the medical and I got the fashionable one on top of that. And I mean, but they both medical. But and for the people who don't want to wear it, fine. Like, listen, do your thing. I got on too. You stay back or whatever. I respect your space. You respect mine. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I do be kind of looking like, all right, play with fire if you want.
See, those what tells me is those are people who either had it and then they felt like it wasn't that bad, or they had it and felt like, I've had the worst of it. Or people that just don't care, just don't believe in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe it's a hoax.
A lot of them people be the people that done caught it twice, and they be like, man, the second time was worse. And it's like, bro, so what do you think the third time finna hit like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because these variants is going to keep flipping.
It might be 3 strikes you out.
It might be.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Every so often, we'll hear about somebody that got it and passed away. And they, you know, somebody not famous, but like somebody they might know, like, oh, such and such's mama got it and they didn't make it or whatever. And if that don't make somebody not want to just protect themselves from getting this, then I don't know what will.
They don't be believing it, man. Like, listen, they believe fat meat ain't fat meat ain't greasy, bro.
Yeah.
I let them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I feel. I be like, hey, man, listen, it's the land of the free. Yeah. Just stay away from me.
Although I will say, no, yeah, we're in this. What Lou Ball said, we're in this together. But stay the hell away from me. Yeah, absolutely. It's too much good music to hear. Like, so first of all, we are a music podcast. All right, we're gonna talk about our top 10 of last year later on. We'll actually do a separate video. But did you hear Cole and Benny? Did you hear?
I've not listened to it yet, man. I saw you send it to me, and I like, you know what I'm saying. I got to make sure that I'm right when I listen, because I already know.
I know. It's 4
minutes.
Like
that.
It's 4, and like I said, like SLR, Lupe's SLR, that might be the most bulliest diss track of all time. Seriously, like, I really do believe that might be one of the most disrespectful diss songs of all time. And I've listened. I had to upload it to my own DSP. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, when I seen it in albums, I'm like, I never like, man, he keeping his foot on his neck. Like, sheesh, he released his DSP. He's like, no. I'm like, first of all, a bit of sadness came over me because I'm like, dang, I was planning on listening to it, but it was like,
I said, yeah, to your own. It's not the best mix quality. I wish he would remix it again, because I mean, he made the song in like 10 hours.
We got an album coming, so hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Drill music in Zion.
The title alone got
DMZ. Yeah, DMZ. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for that. I got to
speak on something before we get out of here. The last story I had, or thing to talk about on here. I came around on Blonde.
Yeah, I'm glad. Finally.
It took me 6 years, right?
Yeah.
And I literally listened to the album, and like, I had to like, what was I tripping on? Like, why did I not like it?
You kept saying the drums. I'm like, bro, it's missing drums?
Like, I don't know, bro. But
what it was is, I think you listened to it that one time, and then you just didn't listen to it anymore. So when I kept being like, bruh, you got it, like, no, it's amazing.
It is, but I think one thing about it though that I do think wore me out though is Frank's just too open on this one, man. Like, some things he starts talking about, I'm just like I don't know.
At this point, I learned to let it ride. I'd be like,
I know.
Whatever.
Yeah, because there's certain songs on there, I'm just like, Frank, come on, you wearing me out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me live here, man. But then I'm like, maybe I'm closed minded, so it's like maybe it's a me thing. But yeah, I had to say that on pod. I know I've told you yourself, but yeah, Blonde is.
What made you listen to it though?
I really don't know. You know, I know what it was. Acura Integral came up on. Does your Apple Music, like, you let a song play, like you listen to a single, and then you just let it rock? It goes to like another random algorithm type track that you might like.
Absolutely not. It knows better than the disrespect.
Well, mine does, and it played Acura Integral, and so I was like, oh man, Frank Ocean, I would like to hear some Channel Orange, and I hit that, and I was like, man, you know what? Blonde is right here. Let me listen to Blonde. It was Blonde, SLR3, Blonde, SLR3, and I kept going back and forth for like 2 days, I'm like, this is a damn good album.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, he's singing his heart out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's really letting some stuff go on here. Pause. But yeah, and I think maybe the album art got me too. I think
And that's I can understand that. But again, and now this just furthers why I was like, yo, listen, her album is boring. Now you really understand why I'm like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it, B. I put that blonde back on. Nah, this wasn't hitting. This wasn't hitting like that.
I'm gonna tell you, the more we talk, like you're rubbing off on me, pause, when it comes to stuff, because I'm at that too, where I'm just like, this is not good R&B. If I want to listen to if I want to listen to R&B, I'm gonna go listen to good
stuff.
R&B. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like I am that way with hip hop too. Because man, that this Tana Talk 4 is gonna be a great album. If it's based on anything off of this single we got from Cole is on something right now, and Benny is. You just listen to the track. We'll talk about it next.
Listen, all I know is, man, they better be ready for King Kendrick, man. New flows coming. Be patient, brother.
Yeah.
So,
Well, shoot, we got the family ties or mob ties. What was it called?
That's what I'm saying. Like he went crazy on. I think that was Range Brothers where he said that, or no, that was Family Ties.
Okay.
But then Top of the Morning.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I heard it, man. You got anything else, bro?
I don't think so, man. Just again to whoever it was who came into the comments, like, speak your piece now. All right, I want to hear you talk that talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, without Her's hair in your mouth. But
I know y'all hear the studio voice. I'm back. It's the front of the microphone is here. Pause. I'm back. But yo, beautiful people, this Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This was the Games Music Life podcast, episode 279. Drink more water, people. Peace.